When my parents told me we were moving, I didn't think much of it. Grown-ups always have reasons for everything: better schools, closer to work, nicer neighborhood, whatever. All I cared about was that I had to leave my friends behind. The new house was fine, I guess. It was old, really old, the kind of house that had floorboards that creaked even when no one was standing on them. It smelled like dust, and the wallpaper in my room was peeling at the corners like it was trying to escape. My mom called it charming. I called it weird. The first few nights were normal. I mean, sure, the wind made the windows rattle, and the hallway light flickered sometimes, but Dad said that's just what old houses do. It wasn't until the fourth night that I saw them. The eyes. I had just turned off the lamp beside my bed, the soft hum of the TV still playing in the living room downstairs. My door was open. It always had to be, just a little, and through that tiny crack, I saw two glowing yellow eyes staring at me from the dark hallway, not blinking, not moving, just watching. And then I heard it, breathing, not like my dad snoring down the hall, not like a dog panting or someone catching their breath after a run. This was deep, slow, and wet, like something massive, hidden in the dark, dragging each breath through a throat too wide and too full of spit. Each inhale sounded like it came from the bottom of a deep cave, and each exhale rattled in a way that made my stomach turn. I froze. My whole body turned to stone. I couldn't scream, couldn't move, couldn't even cry. I just stared back, hoping it was my imagination, or a reflection, or something that made sense. But the eyes were too real, and the breathing didn't stop. Then, just before I reached for the lamp, I smelled something. Wet fur, like a dirty, damp dog left out in the rain. It drifted into my room in a way that made the back of my throat tighten. It was faint, but wrong. It didn't belong there. When I finally flicked the lamp back on, the hallway was empty. Gone. But the sound of that breathing and that rotting dog smell stayed with me all night. The next morning I told my mom. She laughed and said maybe it was a bad dream or headlights from a car passing by. But we live at the end of a cul-de-sac. No one drives by. My dad said it might have been the cat. We don't have a cat. That afternoon, I walked into the living room and found them sitting on the couch. Mom was curled up with a mug of tea, wrapped in her soft pale blue flannel robe, the one with tiny stars stitched into the sleeves. Her dark hair was up in a loose, sleepy bun, and her eyes looked tired but warm. Dad sat beside her in a worn gray t-shirt and joggers, legs stretched out, flipping through the local newspaper like he was trying to seem calm about everything. But I could tell he'd been thinking about what I said. When I came in, Mom smiled.
You feeling okay, Em?
I nodded slowly. Yeah, just tired.
No more bad dreams?
No, not yet. They exchanged a look. One of those silent ones parents always have, the kind that says more than words ever do. And even though no one said it out loud, I think we all knew it wasn't a dream. It was just the beginning.